The following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
And Anderson is going to launch for three. It's good!
Now it's game time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome to the Barnesville Sports Arena here, live on Magnitude Sports for a feature presentation of the junior varsity game brought to you today by Lee's Electric. If you would like to sponsor a future junior varsity game, you can contact us by email, phone, Snapchat, Facebook. Most of the community knows how to get a hold of me in one of those fashions, so feel free to reach out and we could possibly make something happen. The C game, as you may have figured out, this game started a little bit later than normal. We're at 6:24. Normally they start at 6, but the C game went to overtime and came that close from going to double overtime. The Barnesville Trojans holding on to a 38-36 victory in overtime. And we're underway here in the junior varsity game. And I was about 2 buttons behind where I wanted to be at. And once again, 14-minute clock for the junior varsity game. So we'll let our clock wind down until it actually catches up, and then we'll start and stop it. So we got the Thief River Falls Prowlers in the white with blue numerals outlined and trimmed in yellow, and then the Barnesville Trojans obviously in the purple with white numerals and numbers, or numerals and letters, I should say. Numerals and numbers are the same thing. Sophie Frederick with the ball, bounces it now here to Cassette. Hafe. And that three is up off the mark, and it won't go, but an offensive rebound and a foul. We'll stop the clock with 13:02 to go here, and we'll have our first trip to the free throw line. It'll be Ella Cassette going to the free throw line. I want to welcome everybody tuning in early at Ratzel's Pool Hall. We'll have the varsity game on this same watch link. You don't have to do anything. I'll do the work for you to get you to the varsity game. So you just kick back on your couch and grab a pizza or something between games, and we'll do all the rest. And there's our first point of the game, and actually it's 4-0. That shot was partially blocked. Barnesville will pick up the loose ball and bring it back. And now a turnover. The Prowlers will get it back. I want to welcome in the Thief River Falls Prowlers. We didn't originally plan to do this game, but if you are from Thief River, and greetings to you, and we wish your team the best of luck in this game here today. So I want to say thanks to one of the Thief River Falls coaches for helping you out with some name pronunciations for both the varsity and JV. Cassette drives to the hoop and scores. And it's a 6-0 start for Barnesville. The scoreboard in the gym says Thief River Falls 99 and Barnesville 6, but we know that's not correct. I can prove it to you. Oh, now they just changed it.
So what did you say?
I promise you, that's what it said. I would not lie. 2 more for Barnesville. It's now an 8-0 start here for the Trojans. And that loose ball stripped away and picked up. And coming back the other way there for the Trojans is Alexis Paul, number 42. And I don't need to stop the clock, but it's just habit that I do that when I hear a whistle. So we still got about 3 minutes to catch up here. So, and it's a 10-0 start for Barnesville. And a turn, almost a turnover.
Well, we go and my kids stay.
Hayflin bound it for Frederick. Frederick being guarded there by Vanessa Thiebert. And Frederick will try for a three, and she connects. And it's all Barnesville here early in this one of the junior varsity broadcast, brought to you by Lee's Electric. Number 14 for Barnesville. I'm not sure who that is. They're not on any of the rosters. So if somebody knows, leave it in the chat, or for Barnesville that is, and then I'll write it in and I'll know who it is. So inbounds pass comes for Ellie McDermott. And working it down low there is Ania Fields, and Fields will get her own loose ball rebound and kick it out there for Jerlyn Lundsetter, who puts the Prowlers on the board at 16-3 now. Alexandra Gregg with the basket. And a steal. And Gregg will walk it up and in. That makes it 20-3, and we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. 9:06 to go here in the first half. We'll be back in just a moment. Lee's Electric in Barnesville proudly cheers on the Trojans this sports season. As a featured business on the Barnesville City website, Lee's Electric can help you with your electrical needs and projects big or small. So when there's a blast, a straightaway center field, a lightning quick touchdown pass, a supercharged ace serve, or that electric layup drive in the baseline, whenever you see an electric play in the game, think Lee's Electric. Let's go Trojans. All right, don't forget you can find us online on social media, Magnitude SN on YouTube, at Twitter and Facebook, Magnitude Sports on Instagram, and of course our website at magnitudesn.com as they're coming out of the timeout here with 9:06 to go, so our clock is almost caught up. So after the timeout here, we'll see if the Prowlers can get something rolling. Lundsetter, the girl who had the ball just until just now, is the one who gets the credit for the 3 points so far here. Is B. Lundsetter going to the free throw line with 8:56 to go here in the first half. And that free throw would not quite make it in. And that one will go in. So I get another point on the board, all 4 points, thanks to Lundsetter. They put a little bit of pressure in the backcourt, but no problem for the Trojans. And a nice move there by Lindsay Rotz to get the basket up and in. And now the Trojans putting some pressure in the backcourt, and it will result in a turnover. And that's Greg to the hoop and scoring again. Put it into the hands of McDermott, and now that is Sophia Togus. Togus tried to get it in there for her teammate, and it was tipped away. And that shot just a little strong there. Thiebert has it, and she'll feed it over there to Fields. Now back up top for Togus. And Lundsetter comes away with it, and she'll get called for a travel as she fell to the ground on the turnover. And some nice show of sportsmanship there from Barnesville, along with one of her own teammates helping her back up. 7:39 to go here in the first half, and it's been all Barnesville up to this point. Once again, the C game went to the Barnesville Trojans in overtime by the score of 38-36. Thief River had a chance to win it in regulation when Barnesville fouled them with 0.8 seconds to go. But the free throw was missed on the front half of a 1-and-1, and Barnesville got the rebound, and that would take us to overtime. And don't forget, the varsity game is coming up on the same watch link here as soon as this game comes to a conclusion. Trying to get familiar with the names here for the Prowlers. I know some of them now, but there's still a couple that throw me off.
Just cut them in half, make them look too small. Which they used to do, right? Not that many. They used to adjust.
Rocks with a three-point attempt that won't go, and snagging the rebound there is LeConte for the Prowlers.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And now Thiebert has it. She'll work it back to LeConte. LeConte de la Flores. Her first name's Leah. Much shorter first name. But once again, I want to say thanks to the coaches for helping me out with some of those Prowler names. Togus gets it back here to LeConte del Flores. And there's Lindsey Rotz with a shot that won't go. Prowlers will get the rebound. And that pass went off the foot out to the three-point line, and the shot was a little bit short. They'll work it back up top here for Cassette. And Cassette makes a nifty move and scores. So my apologies, I was saying Alexandra Gregg, but it was actually Lexi Bonchis, who's number 22. That's not her number in the roster, but I believe what I'm told. So my apologies for that mishap. Get it right from this point forward. Lob a pass in there for Hadley Pearson, and that shot will bounce around and off. Bringing it up court quickly here is Lundsetter. Lundsetter will get it up top for Coop. Coop will hand it off there for Rodal. Shot is up, looks good, but it was left a little bit short. Had the arc, but didn't have the distance. And that'll earn herself a trip to the free throw line as we stop here, a tick inside 4 minutes to go. I believe this is Alexis Paul at the free throw line. If I'm wrong, I'll find out soon.
Now you have that.
Second one is missed.
Probably the best thing to have. Never to work out great. But how do you keep the fish warm? So we definitely can have it in that basement, like sit down. Because of the instructions.
That one will be taken away. Samantha Rodal will initially pick up the loose ball, and her teammates will bring it up court. There's Lundsetter. She'll hand it off there for Coop. And Coop nearly had it stripped away, but Prowler's able to maintain possession. And a nice rebound underneath by Fields, and she will score. Outside for a three, and that one left short off the front of the rim. That shot, can she bank it in? She can. And that will draw a whistle. We have a timeout for substitutions here. It's Looks like we're going to have a timeout for substitutions and more. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Don't go anywhere.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today. All right, welcome back to the Lees Electric Junior Varsity game here on Magnitude Sports. Right now, the Barnesville Trojans lead the Thief River Falls Prowlers by the score of 27-9. 7 of those 9 points for the Prowlers have been scored by Jerlyn Lundsetter, a sophomore. And it was Ania Fields who scored the other basket. Well, the scoring for the Trojans is well distributed. Here's a corner 3. That one rattles in and out. Fields will get the rebound and give it to Lundsetter in the backcourt. Here's Togus. Bounce pass there for Rodal. Togus gets it back over to Lundsetter. Lundsetter being guarded by Frederick, and now they'll lob it in. Fields will get the deflected ball, and it's poked away, and a loose ball goes over the midcourt stripe and out of bounds, and I think it's going to the Prowlers. Once again, if your company or business or family would like to sponsor a future junior varsity game, let us know, and we'll make it happen for you. Varsity game coming up after the conclusion of this one on the exact same watch link. All you have to do is go to your kitchen and grab a bag of chips and a hot dog, and we'll do the rest. Lundsetter with a nice move, and she is your player of the game up to this point here for the Thief River Falls Prowlers. That honor could go to several different players for Barnesville right now. Frederick with a 3, she hits. Lundsetter will try for a corner 3, and that one will not go in. And skying up for the rebound there was Ella Cassette for the Trojans. And Cassette will bring it down court, up top for Frederick. Now driving in, I believe that's Macy Pana. .8 seconds to go here in the first half. 30-11, and Pana going to the free throw line. And that'll rattle in. 31-11 now with 41.8 seconds to go. That one, no, it will not find its way in. Loose ball, stolen, and up and in. Lexi Haif with the basket. Lundsetter bounces it out here for Coop. And Coop scores. Frederick will try for a 3. Yeah, she got it. Final 7 seconds here of this first half. Stopped at the half-court line, and that one's tipped out of bounds. But will it be before or after the clock hits 0? It'll be after, and we'll go to halftime. Your halftime score here on your Lees Electric Junior Varsity game is the Barnesville Trojans 36 and the Thief River Falls Prowlers 13. We'll be back here in a moment on Magnitude Sports. Don't go anywhere. Lees Electric in Barnesville proudly cheers on the Trojans this sports season. As a featured business on the Barnesville City website, Lee's Electric can help you with your electrical needs and projects, big or small. So when there's a blast to straightaway center field, a lightning quick touchdown pass, a supercharged ace serve, or that electric layup drive in the baseline, whenever you see an electric play in the game, think Lee's Electric. Let's go Trojans.
Newell will set it up near side. Let's see Ballgreen. Kick, and it's a kill for Ballgreen. That pulls the Barnesville Trojans within a point. They get the serve back.
Quest works out of the shotgun again. He's looking deep, and he's got a man with a little bit of room. It bounces off the back of the neck of a Barnesville Trojan, and it's intercepted. Gannon Ballgreen will get the deflected pass.
Intercepted on the deflection by number 6, Gannon Ballgreen.
Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your local Health Mart pharmacy and hardware Hank store in Barnesville. Open weekdays 8:30 to 6 p.m. and Saturdays until noon. Stop in at 117 Front Street and get your family prepared for winter. All the essentials, shovels, sleds for the kids, furnace filters, boots, gloves, ice melt, and get free delivery when you purchase 10 or more bags. Don't forget, Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your Valspar Paint headquarters. Barnesville Drug and Hardware. Give them a like and follow on Facebook. Barnesville Drug and Hardware wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today. Dean's Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and ISO-Clean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you. The Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, located at 310 Front Street South in Barnesville, open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Burgers, salad, pizzas, sandwiches, they got you covered. Daily specials on all food and beverage items on the menu as well. They're located, once again, 310 South Front Street, Barnesville, 2 blocks from Barnesville Senior High School. Order online, purplegoose2go.com, or text your order to 218-321-1963. All right, welcome back. We're at halftime of the Lee's Electric Junior Varsity game, about 4.5 minutes before the second half gets underway, and the Barnesville Trojans with a comfortable 36-13 lead over the Thief River Falls Prowlers. Don't forget to follow us on our social media Big Four on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And, of course, if you go to our website at magnitudesn.com and click on the schedule button, you'll get this one popped up right here. So you see right there at the top in red, the Wadena Deer Creek game was canceled due to the blizzard-like conditions the other day. And since we're so close to the end of the regular season, there were no available dates for the two schools to reschedule the game. So that one's flat out canceled. It will not be played. And then tomorrow we have, or wait, no, I should say tonight. Tonight, in addition to this varsity game between the Trojans and the Prowlers, we'll also have the Yellow Jackets and the Holly Nuggets going at it on the boys' side at the Hive in Perham. Jason and Lance Jason and Ryan. Lance has the day off today as his son's in the state wrestling tournament, so we gave him the day off so he could keep up with his son and at the the tournament. I shouldn't say state tournament. I think it's like the regional or the section wrestling tournament. I'm not sure, but it's one of the tournaments. But anyway, so it'll be Jason and I'm drawing a blank on the guy's name. Jason, Ryan, and Ryan. One of the Ryans will be on the microphone. The other one will not. He'll be behind the scenes working stuff. So be sure to tune into that one. They'll probably start the pregame at about 7 o'clock on that one. And then Saturday normally was a free day for us. We had no games planned for Saturday. And then the Kindred Enderlin game, which was originally on Thursday, but then due to the girls' Kindred region championship game, they moved the boys' game to Friday, so there wouldn't be a conflict on which game the parents had to choose to go through. And then that game got postponed due to weather, and now they're going to tip off at 1:30 p.m. on Saturday. And then Providence Academy had a game scheduled against the Holy Angels. Providence, about maybe 200 miles from here. So they were looking for an opponent. They put it out on Twitter, hey, we lost a game. We'd like to pick up a game. And the Perham Yellow Jackets said, hey, why don't you come visit us? So that is going to be a huge matchup. 2:30 tomorrow. Perham number 1 in their section. Providence Academy, not only number 1 in their section, they're ranked number 1 in the state right now in AA. And they are the defending AA champions from last year. So the Perham Yellow Jackets might have a good test on their hands there, but then again, Providence Academy might have a good test on their hand with Perham. That's going to be an entertaining matchup, and if I wasn't 20,000 feet up in the air, I would tune in on my phone and watch it. So please send me updates via text, and when I land, I'll get those updates. The good thing about Magnitude Sports is you can always watch the games on demand, too. And then we'll wrap up the regular season with the Barnesville boys hosting the East Grand Forks Green Wave on Friday, March 3rd. And if you would like to sponsor the junior varsity game between the Trojans and Green Wave, get a hold of us. Email, phone call, Snapchat, Facebook. You know how to do it. And if somebody will sponsor that junior varsity game, we'll put it on for you on Friday. And then we, after that, we wrap up our regular season coverage and we move into the section tournament. So we'll have one game for sure. Actually, it's not showing on the schedule there. March 2nd is the play-in round. Barnesville and Perham will have a play-in game. If they win that game, then they will play on Saturday, March 4th. And if they win that game, then one or both of those teams will play on March 7th. And then if one of those two teams wins on March 7th, we'll have the championship game on March 10th. So March 4th, 7th, and 10th, if the games feature Barnesville and or Perham, we'll have it. If they do not, we will not have it. Simple as that. All right, well, let's get ready to the second half now here. And once again, we'll play catch-up with our 18-minute varsity clock. 36-13 is our score. And there's a shot wide open. Look, and she buries it. Nothing but the bottom of the net there for Alexis Paul. (3-0) Barnesville here in the start of the second half, and they get a turnover and a 2-on-1 back the other way, and it's going to be a turnover as the ball's going to go back to the Prowlers. They're going to say that she carried it, which I would agree with based upon what I saw from up here. And once again, I'll try to not start and stop the clock by habit so we catch up. 13:09 and counting to go here in the second half. Lundsetter will get it in for Fields. Fields will pop it back out, number 15. That's Vanessa Thieber. And now they'll turn it over. Sophie Frederick will pick it up and bring it back. Work it around. Nice pass down low there for Ella Cassette, but she couldn't get it to go. Lundsetter got the rebound, scooted out to Fields, and Fields gives it back to Lundsetter. And are they going to call foul on Barnesville? Yes, they will. Yep. I wasn't sure if she just lost her balance and tripped, or if she was assisted on that trip, and they will deem it a foul on the Barnesville Trojans. Setter will hand it off there, and now they'll work it in for Fields. Fields turns, shoots, and it just rolls off the right side of the rim. Inside 16 minutes to go here. And that one is through the hands, and it's gonna be over and back. That was actually a smart play there by number 14, who I don't have a name for on the Barnesville roster. Because it was either pick it up and let them have the ball off a turnover and give your defense a chance to set up, or the Prowlers had basically a 3-on-1 break. So smart play there by Barnesville on the defense. So that'll stop the clock with 11:44. So far, I've only stopped the clock twice. So we're continuing to play catch up from our varsity 18-minute clock. High post, now they work it inside. Nice passing, and that one's up and in. That is Ava Fallingstad with the basket. That was some nice passing there. It was ABC to Fallingstad, and she puts it off the glass for ABC and 2 points. Fields, did she travel? No, there was a foul before her feet shuffled.
Go hard.
Lunsetter gets it in there for Coop. And now Coop to the baseline there for Wojciechowski. Her first name's Gwen. Her last name has so many letters that they had to put G period for her first name in the roster. And thanks to the coach, I know that G stands for Gwen. I should charge extra for tonight's game because I'm missing the Colorado Avalanche game now. But that's okay. That's on demand too, thanks to ESPN Plus. They are not a sponsor, but I'll give them a free plug. Maybe by some lucky chance. There's Fallingstad again, and she gets another basket. Maybe by some lucky chance, somebody has a connection with ESPN Plus, and we can get Barnesville and Thief River Falls on ESPN in the future. Here's Fields, and now up top, the three on the way. It was left a little short there. It was Kendra Merkins who's in the lineup here for the Prowlers. Three-pointer there. I was looking down because I was writing in who number 14 was. So thank you once again for passing that along to me. Annika Cassette made that great defensive play about 3-4 minutes ago. And I'm not sure who made that basket. So now we're even. Now we're neutral. I don't know who scored one basket for each team. So pop it out there, and that's Cassette with a three, and that one won't go. So Annika Cassette in 14 and Ella Cassette in number 20 for Barnesville. And they're both on the floor right now for the Trojans. That one's tipped around, and they'll get it up court quickly there, and a nice pass there to Sophie Frederick for the basket. 48-15, Barnesville cruising right now. Once again, the C game went to overtime, and Barnesville won it by the final of 38-36. 8:47 to go in the second half of the Lees Electric Junior Varsity game. We'll take a timeout. We're back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Lee's Electric in Barnesville proudly cheers on the Trojans this sports season. As a featured business on the Barnesville City website, Lee's Electric can help you with your electrical needs and projects, big or small. So when there's a blast to straightaway center field, a lightning quick touchdown pass, a supercharged ace serve, or that electric layup drive in the baseline, whenever you see an electric play in the game, think Lee's Electric. Let's go Trojans. All right, don't forget to follow us on our social media big four, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Of course, our website's there as well at magnitudesn.com. We have 8:47 to go here, and it's a 48-15 lead for the Trojans. Prowlers have the ball right now, and it's Lundsetter, your leading scorer. She has 9 of the team's 15 right now for the Prowlers. That one nearly poked away, but keeping it alive there is Thiebert. Thiebert will hand it off for Lundsetter, and Lundsetter will bounce it out. 3 on the way, well contested 3, and a little bit strong on the shot. And the rebound comes down to Isabel Snowball. And now Frederick will control it up top. That pass tipped, but made it over to the other side there for Lexi Bonchus. And now back over to Bonchus, and she'll tee it up for a 3 and left it a little bit short. Falling-Stad got the rebound almost in midair, and as she came down and going back up, she ended up getting fouled, and she'll make a trip to the free throw line as a result. That stops the clock with 7:57, so we're almost caught up, inside 2 minutes away from being caught up on our varsity clock here. And she'll swish the first of the 2 free throws and see if she can repeat that process here. Notice just now that she has some tape on her, I believe it's her left hand, on the 2 fingers next to her thumb, so hopefully nothing major there. That 3's a little bit off the mark, and well, if there is something major, she's certainly making it look like it's not major. If she got a rebound on that end, and she gets a rebound on this end, and now another trip to the free throw line. Maybe more players should tape up 2 of their fingers. I don't know. That one just a little strong. Had nice arc on it, but just a little too much pizzazz on that one. That one looks better, and it is much better as it goes through the net and puts the Trojans at 50. Gotten messages from 4 different people in Barnesville saying that either themselves or somebody they know is out sick. So we hope that all those individuals get well soon and that they can get back to their normal everyday activities. And that some of those sicknesses will affect the varsity game too. Tell you more about that in the Barnesville Senex pregame show coming up here after the conclusion of this one. It's Lindsey Rotz, and works it down there for Snowball. And now we have a timeout taken by Barnesville, so we'll keep it here with 6:55 to go here in the second half of the Lee's Electric Junior Varsity game. Once again, tournament coverage coming up. We'll have complete coverage of the Barnesville Trojans and the Perham Yellow Jackets for as long as they are in the Section 8 AA tournament. And we want to thank our sponsors for, I think we're caught up now. They went to the timeout clock, but we'll just stop it at 6:57 for now. Anyways, tournament time coming up, and we want to thank our sponsors throughout the regular season for helping make some of that possible. And if you'd like to team up with us for the tournament, we'd certainly appreciate that. You know, the boys and the girls between Barnesville and Perham, if they went all the way, if Barnesville and Perham, because right now they're on opposite sides of the bracket with where they're ranked. Now, with a couple games remaining, that could change, but I think it's not going to. So if they stay on the same side of the brackets that they're on right now, and Barnesville and Perham meet up in the subsection championship game, or the section championship game, I should say, then we're looking at 12 games, and that is $6,000 to cover 12 games. So we need your help, if at all possible, to cover that $6,000. And that's $6,000, and I don't even get a pizza out of it. So I will sacrifice the pizza if we can get the games on. Let's put it that way. Now we're just a few ticks away from being caught up. 6:30 and counting. So 7 seconds off. Missed shot there. So basically it comes down to $500 a game, and that's only if our broadcast crews are willing to do the games for free. So shot is up. Oh, and left it a little bit short. Kind of looked like it came off her right hand when she flicked her wrist. It kind of veered off to the side a little bit. It was almost angled, and that's a good reason why she didn't make that shot. So still about 7 seconds off the actual clock here, but I said we'd catch up, and I've always kept my promise. So. And there's a steal. Lindsay Rotz has an opportunity, and then from behind, it's poked away by Wojciechowski. And they didn't stop the clock in the gym here on the out-of-bounds play. So I guess we will remain not caught up, and I might be made a liar on keeping my promise. I don't know. Oh, that's right. We have running clock because it's over a 35-point lead. I forgot about that. The clock will stop for free throws, timeouts, and cross our fingers not for injuries, but if an injury did occur, it would stop. Otherwise, they'll keep running. Outside for a three, Lundsetter, no, but a rebound there, and that one's up and in. That was Vanessa Thiebert with the basket. 50-17 here on the running clock. Lundsetter takes it away, and she'll get fouled by Snowball. It's supposed to stop for free throws, but apparently it's not going to. But according to the MSHSL rules, the running clock is supposed to stop for free throws. Look it up on the MSHL website if you don't believe me. 50, it should be 52-18. Put 2 more points on the board here for Barnesville. Here's Lindsay Rotz. Rotz at the high post. Gets it in down low there for Pearson. 'And that is, I missed it. Looks like a travel. So inside 3 minutes to go now here in the Leeds Electric Junior Varsity game. Once again, we have one more Junior Varsity game this season, and that is the JV game between the Barnesville boys and the East Grand Forks Green Wave. If you'd like to sponsor that JV game, get a hold of me and we'll get it on the air for you. Otherwise, we'll take a couple hours off. And that one banked up and in. Nicely done there by Hadley Pearson. Fields. And she'll get fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Swish. Nicely done there. That is Ania Fields at the free throw line, and I'll see if she can make the next one here. No, but Barnesville get the rebound. They'll race it down the court. High post, Pearson feeds it down for Snowball, and an off-balance shot there won't go. And sneaking the rebound is Lexi Bonchis, and she'll try for 3, and she hits. (57-20) now here with just a little over a minute to go. Once again, running clock if you're just tuning in here with the 35 or more point lead. And if you're just tuning in and you're curious about the C game, it went to Barnesville in overtime. 38-36 was the final. And number 32, or no, number 31 was Taylor Berg, who made that last shot for the Prowlers. And now Berg will rip away the loose rebound. She'll put it up court, and that will be Lindsay Rotz who gets her hand on it to make the turnover complete here for Barnesville. And now Annika Cassette has the ball. Back to Rotz. Rotz back over to Cassette. 3, no. Off the Nia Bonchis, and it'll go back to the Prowlers. So final 10 seconds of this one, and we'll almost be ready to wrap this one up. And that ball will go out of bounds, and that'll do it. Yeah, that's your final score in the Leeds Electric Junior Varsity game. It's the Barnesville Trojans 57 and the Thief River Falls Prowlers 22. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to go to the fridge and get your favorite beverage. I need you to go to the oven and throw in your favorite pizza. And then while you're doing that, by the time you come back, it'll be the tip-off for the varsity game, and you don't have to do anything. We're going to do the work on the streaming side. You do the work on your side for food and beverage, and we'll be right back here in a moment on the Magnitude Sports Network.
Hey, it's Mike with Magnitude Sports. Thank you so much for your support. It's been a blast these 5 years, and because of our sponsors and our YouTube members, you've kept this station rolling for 5 years, and now we've surpassed 2,000 broadcasts. That's 2,000 broadcasts, 2,000 streams of area high school sporting events, semi-professional events, youth sporting events, youth hockey, youth football. We've done a little bit of everything here at Magnitude Sports, and it's all thanks to our sponsors and our YouTube members. We'll tell you how you can become a YouTube member here in a little bit, but here's some of the moments, memories, and magic that has been captured on Magnitude Sports over the past 2,000 games, thanks to our YouTube members and our sponsors.
It's like, I'm not 100% sure actually if I'm live right now, as I just got a notification and disconnected again. That one's going to be popped up high by Feldner. That one has a chance, and it's gone. Alex Feldner with the 2-run shot, and Davies takes the lead.
All right, we're going to bring it back here for senior night here at Barnesville High School. They have 4 seniors. I knew about this, and I forgot, and then I remembered.
And Emily Smith, daughter of Chris and Michelle Hoppy and Aaron Smith. These 4 seniors are being honored tonight.
Once again, you got Sydney Strand, Kenzie Scogan, Emily Smith, and Jada Bonchis standing down there.
deficit in a section tournament to complete a game for the ages.
And that
that
particular game was on Magnitude Sports. 146,000 views. It was a phenomenal comeback by the Trojans.
Last year's Class 2A academic state champions, giving them a title of a real student athlete. They have been incredible teammates and have represented their families, our school, and community at the highest level. They have raised the bar again as super role models for our community's youth. Please stand and honor these 4 young ladies as we say thank you for all they have done, and we wish them the very best of luck in their future endeavors.
Thank you, seniors. Each of you have taught us many things over the years we have played together. We can't think of a better group of teammates to celebrate.
Kenzie, thank you for always giving 100% each and every day. You've given us a perfect example of what dedication to our team means and what the game should look like. You're always the one to make us laugh, even when we're in a bad mood. Whether you get hit in the face or called a mean name, you always seem to have a smile on your face. You have a great attitude, and we can't think of a better person to lead us through the season.
Jada, thank you for always being there for us. You are the first person that we think of whenever we need advice or just someone to talk to. Whether it's cheering us up after a bad game or congratulating us for the positive parts, you are always there. You work just as hard in practice as in a game, and show up every day to give it your all. Emily, thank you for being a phenomenal role model and teammate. You have not only shown us what hard work looks like, but you have also shown what it takes to be a team player. We cannot thank you enough for bringing strength to our team and always being there in hard games. You pick us up when we are down, quite literally at times, and are always willing to talk to any one of us.
Sydney, thank you for your leadership and positivity every day, whether it be in a game, at practice, or just in general. We can always count on you to find the positive side of running 11 ladders. You always know how to pick us up, and we're so grateful to have someone like you as a friend and as a teammate.
We wouldn't trade you for 4 seniors for anyone else. We hope you smile when you look back on your senior season of basketball and think of all the fun times we have had together and all the memories we made. Even at the conditioning practices, you 4 all worked as hard as possible and found a way for all of us to have fun. Individually, each of you shine, but together you guys complement each other so well. We couldn't ask for better role models or better seniors. We love you so much, and next year won't be the same without you.
Yeah, congratulations once again to Jada Bonges, Kenzie Scogan, Sydney Strand, and Emily Smith. I've been here doing Barnesville basketball since these girls were on the JV team. So it's been fun seeing them develop their game over the years. And like the young lady said, it won't be the same without them. And it's never the same when the seniors graduate going into the next year. But the next year always ends up being fun regardless. So once again, congratulations to those seniors, and wherever they may end up going to college or whatever they may do after they graduate here this spring. We wish them the best of luck in what life brings them. And who knows, maybe one of them will hop on a microphone here after they graduate and broadcast a game. You just never know. Something tells me if I were to walk up and talk to them, they'd be like, "Yeah," or they would need a little bit more convincing. I don't know. All right. Well, during that short little senior night, I was able to get everything reset, so I don't really have to go to like a long commercial break. So, tell you what, let's start your Barnesville Senex pregame show in 30 seconds.
Barnesville Senex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Senex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick automobile supplies, and Barnesville Senex is your license headquarters. Senex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Senex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
All right, welcome back to the Barnesville Senex pregame show here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Once again, the C game going to the Barnesville Trojans in overtime, 38-36. The Lees Electric Junior Varsity game going to the Barnesville Trojans by the final score of 57-22. And now we got the varsity game here between the Barnesville Trojans and the Thief River Falls Prowlers. We'll take a timeout and come back with more here in a moment on Magnitude Sports. Ratzo's Pool Hall. You can find them at 205 Front Street in Barnesville. When you head over to Ratzo's Pool Hall, expect cold beverages, tasty and crispy pizza, as well as friendly Ratzo's Pool Hall on Facebook. Give the page a like and follow so you can keep up to date with all the daily specials, new menu additions, and dates of special events such as karaoke and musical artists. Don't forget, if the Barnesville Trojans are playing, you can watch the game at Ratzo's Pool Hall. They invite you to stop by after the game. 205 Front Street in Barnesville, Ratzo's Pool Hall. Just a fun little place in a small town.
Family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Established in 1989, the charitable mission of the Barnesville Booster Club is to support local charities and organizations, especially those involving kids and youth. Learn more about the Barnesville Booster Club by following the Barnesville Booster Club Facebook page, where you can get more information on member drives, upcoming events, and more. You can also learn more by contacting the Barnesville High School office, and the Barnesville Booster Club can also be followed on Twitter. The Barnesville Booster Club wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season. Go Trojans!
The Trojan Takedown Club. It supports Barnesville wrestling on all levels, and it meets on the second Wednesday of each month at Ratzo's Pool Hall in Barnesville. You can support the Barnesville wrestling program by contacting anyone at the Trojan Takedown Club. Choose a bronze or a silver or even a gold sponsorship. If interested in a sponsorship, email trojantakedownclub@gmail.com. Do it today. The Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, located at 310 Front Street South in Barnesville, open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Burgers, salad, pizzas, sandwiches, they got you covered. Daily specials on all food and beverage items on the menu as well. They're located, once again, 310 South Front Street, Barnesville, 2 blocks from Barnesville Senior High School. Order online, purplegoose2go.com, or text your order to 218-321-1963. Dean's Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and ISO-Clean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you. All right, welcome back to the Barnesville Senex pregame show here at the Barnesville Sports Arena as we get ready for the number 3 ranked Thief River Falls Prowlers and the number 4 ranked Barnesville Trojans. That's right, it's 3 and 4. Thief River Falls ranked 3 based on the fact that they've played one less game in section play, and as a result, they have a better section record than Barnesville. Prowlers 9 and 4 in section play. Barnesville 9 and 5 in section play. While the two teams have almost a mirrored win-loss record, Thief River Falls 19 and 5, Barnesville 15 and 9. So flip-flop the 9 and 5, and like I said, it's almost a mirrored record there. If you don't look at it closely, you would almost mistakenly say that either both teams are 19 and 5 or both teams are 15 and 9. So you have to look very closely there to make sure you don't mix it up. Thief River Falls 19 and 5 overall, 9 and 4 against AA opponents. They come in averaging about 53.5 points per game while only allowing 44. And that's where they could catch Barnesville. Barnesville averaging about 55 points a game. But Barnesville gives up the same amount of points that Thief River Falls scores. 53.5 in favor of scoring for Thief River Falls, and 53.1 in favor of what Barnesville allows. So Thief River Falls scores 0.4 more points per game than what Barnesville allows per game. And since Thief River Falls only allows about 44 points a game, you would say that that magic number for Barnesville is going to have to be right around that 48-50 mark. Like if Barnesville can keep Thief River Falls at about 48 or less points, they might have a chance to come away with this one here. QRF values for Thief River Falls and Barnesville, they're very close. 105.4 for the Prowlers, 101.9 for the Trojans. That ranks them at 30 and 32. So the Prowlers at 30 and the Trojans at 32. Both teams come in on a winning streak. The Prowlers have won 2 in a row, and the Barnesville Trojans have won 4 in a row. So one of those winning streaks is going to come to an end here today. The Prowlers, as I mentioned, 19 and 5. 9 and 4 in section play, 6 and 1 in conference play. They play in the Northwest Conference. And then they are 7 and 2 when they play on the road. So they have a very good road record. They have not played any neutral court games this year. When they play at home, they're 12 and 3. So they have a very good home record as well as a very good road record. You could argue that their road records may be a little bit better than their home record. And even though they've played less games on the road, you could still argue that. So with their QRF rankings, that ranks the Prowlers 30 out of 129 teams in AA. Get rid of the 8, just in AA. And it ranks them 113th out of 397 teams in the state. For the Barnesville Trojans, their QRF ranking, 32 of 129 in AA and 124 of 397 in the state. The Trojans, 8 and 4 in the Heart of Lakes Conference, which doesn't really matter today since it's a non-conference matchup, but it is a section matchup, 9 and 5. They are 6 and 5. They're one game above 500 when they play here at home, 1 and 2 in a neutral court, and then the road record, which doesn't matter so much in this game, but one thing that kind of reflects what Thief River Falls has is that road record is strong for the Barnesville Trojans. They have an 8 and 2 record, but the one that isn't strong is their home record. Like I said, a game above 500 at 6 and 5. That's a look at these two teams side by side. Let's take another timeout. We have about 10 minutes to go before the opening of this one. We'll be back in a moment with more of your Barnesville Senex pregame show in just a moment. Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your local Health Mart Pharmacy Hardware Hank store in Barnesville. Open weekdays 8:30 to 6 p.m. and Saturdays until noon. Stop in at 117 Front Street and get your family prepared for winter. All the essentials: shovels, sleds for the kids, furnace filters, boots, gloves, ice melt, and get free delivery when you purchase 10 or more bags. Don't forget, Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your Valspar Paint headquarters. Barnesville Drug and Hardware. Give them a like and follow on Facebook. Barnesville Drug and Hardware wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today. Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your local Health Mart pharmacy in Hardware.
Newell set it up near side. Lexi Ballgreen picked, and it's a kill for Ballgreen. That holds the Barnesville Trojans within a point. They get the serve back.
Quest works out of the shotgun again. He's looking deep, and he's got a man with a little bit of room. It bounces off the back of the neck of a Barnesville Trojan, and it's intercepted. Gannon Ballgreen will get the deflected pass.
The ball is intercepted on the deflection by number 6, Gannon Ballgreen.
Lee's Electric in Barnesville proudly cheers on the Trojans this sports season. As a featured business on the Barnesville City website, Lee's Electric can help you with your electrical needs and projects, big or small. So when there's a blast to straightaway center field, a lightning quick touchdown pass, a supercharged ace serve, or that electric layup drive in the baseline, whenever you see an electric play in the game, think Lee's Electric. Let's go Trojans.
Barnesville Cenex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Cenex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Cenex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Cenex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Cenex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
All right, welcome back to the Barnesville Cenex pregame show. Don't forget, you can follow us on social media, Magnitude SN on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And then Magnitude Sports, because what we wanted wasn't available on Instagram. And then MagnitudeSN.com. So SN, of course, stands for Sports Network, if you haven't figured that out yet. And if you go to our website at MagnitudeSN.com, click on the schedule button, you can get a glimpse of what's ahead here on Magnitude Sports. As you can see, the regular season here in Minnesota coming to a conclusion. Our North Dakota regular season concludes officially tomorrow with that Kindred Enderlin game. Live right now in their pregame show is Jason and Ryan with the Perham Yellow Jackets and Holly Nuggets on the boys' side. And that should be a big game. And then the Perham girls will play tomorrow against Providence Academy, 2:30 p.m. That might be one you want to go to our YouTube channel and click Notify Me on. Perham ranked number 1 in their section. Providence Academy ranked number 1 in their section. Providence Academy ranked number 1 in AA overall. Out of all 8 sections in AA, Providence Academy is ranked the number 1 team. Providence Academy is the defending state champion of AA basketball from last year. So they're going to go to the Hive in Perham, and it's never easy to play in at the Hive in Perham. And the Yellow Jackets, who have been phenomenal this year, will have a test on their hands. I think that's going to be a very good game. We'll see if you could make an argument and say that Perham's the underdog in that matchup, but don't let that underdog status deceive you. Certainly could be a good game. I think that game has a 50-50 chance of picking the correct winner. So flip your coin and make your pick, and we'll see if you're right tomorrow, starting at 2:30 p.m. And then we'll wrap up the regular season with the boys' game between the Barnesville Trojans and the East Grand Forks Green Wave on Friday, March 3rd. And then not on the schedule, but it should be, is, let's see, Friday. Oh, yeah, okay, so it should be before the Barnesville East Grand Forks game. We'll have the 2 girls play-in games featuring Perham and Barnesville on Thursday, March 2nd. There we go. Somehow I didn't get in there and I got confused. So Thursday, March 2nd, we'll have the play-in games for Barnesville and Perham. So whoever they may be playing, matter of fact, they should have been seeded today, I think. But with the blizzard and some games getting shuffled around, they may not have those seeded yet. I'm going to double check during the next commercial break to make absolutely sure. Well, let's make absolutely sure and take that next break right now. We'll be back with more of your Barnesville Settings pregame show in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned. Ratzel's Pool Hall. You can find them at 205 Front Street in Barnesville. When you head over to Ratzel's Pool Hall, expect cold beverages, tasty and crispy pizza, as well as a friendly staff. Search for Ratzel's Pool Hall on Facebook. Give the page a like and follow so you can keep up to date with all the daily specials, new menu additions, and dates of special events such as karaoke and musical artists. Don't forget, if the Barnesville Trojans are playing, you can watch the game at Ratzel's Pool Hall. They invite you to stop by after the game. 205 Front Street in Barnesville, Ratzel's Pool Hall. Just a fun little place in a small town.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back to the Barnesville Settings pregame show. Still about 5 minutes away before we kick off this ball game here between the Barnesville Trojans and the visiting Thief River Falls Prowlers. Prowlers ranked number 3 in 8AA right now, while the Trojans ranked number 4. Brackets have not been released, so to my suspicion, they did not release them due to the fact that some games got rescheduled, and some of those games may determine some switches in where the teams are ranked. This game right here could play a big role. Right now, Barnesville 4, Prowlers 3, and if those standings hold, Barnesville would get a home game on March 2nd at 7 p.m. against the number 13 seeded team. And if the Thief River Falls Prowlers stay at number 3, they would also have a home game on March 2nd at 7 o'clock against the 14th seeded team in the region. So 13 and 14, if we take a look at the brackets here, there's 16 teams, so 16, 15, 14, 13. Okay, so if they would stand as the standings are, right now at this very moment, if they stayed where they're at, it would be Thief River Falls taking on Frazee, and then Barnesville would get Wadena Deer Creek, which is kind of interesting because Barnesville was supposed to have Wadena Deer Creek on Tuesday, but that game it was actually on Thursday. It was supposed to happen yesterday, but that game was canceled due to the blizzard. So now if the standings stay as they are, the game will essentially be rescheduled, but it'll be a tournament game instead of a regular season game. So, and it would be played here in Barnesville. But Roseau, they're done with their season. They're the only team that has played all their games. Every other girls team has 1 or 2 games remaining on their regular season schedule. So there's still a lot to be said about who lands where in the numbers and the seedings. And really the only thing that's kind of in stone is Perham at number 1, but even that's not locked in just yet because the team you're going to see here tonight, the Thief River Falls Prowlers, they're going to be playing the Perham Yellow Jackets, and the winner of that game could shake things up as well. If the Prowlers could knock off Perham, there's a chance that the Prowlers can move up to 2 or even number 1, depending on what happens with Pelican Rapids. So, like I said, there's still a lot to be determined here in the playoff race, if that's what you want to call it, here in 8AA. So, but once again, wherever the Trojans and the Yellow Jackets land in that bracket, we'll have those games. They'll have home games for sure. And then the number, like I said, Barnesville in number 4. So if they stay in number 4 and they win in that 4 versus 13 matchup, they would play 5 or 12. So the winner of 5 or 12 would come to Barnesville if Barnesville stays at number 4. So it would be at the high seed. And then for Perham, if they remain at number 1, they would play the winner of 8 and 9. So Perham would have a back-to-back home games in the Section 8AA playoffs. And then the playoffs would move to Detroit Lakes High School with the semifinals on March 7th and the championship game on March 10th. And then right before March 10th, I think it's on March 9th, we get the boys Section AA tournament underway. And it's still far too early to speculate who's going to land where on the boys, so we're not even going to dig into that right now. But that gives you a little bit of insight on what could happen on the girls bracket here. for Section 8 AA. As the two teams are back out onto the court now, once again, Barnesville on the right in their purple and the Thief River Falls Prowlers on the left in their white jerseys with blue numbers outlined in yellow. And the Prowlers and the Trojans, they're coming up next. 90 seconds, actually throwing the national anthem, and it'll be a little bit longer than 90 seconds, so we'll be back with those on the floor starting lineups here in a moment on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Established in 1989, the charitable mission of the Barnesville Booster Club is to support local charities and organizations, especially those involving kids and youth. Learn more about the Barnesville Booster Club by following the Barnesville Booster Club Facebook page, where you can get more information on member drives, upcoming events, and more. You can also learn more by contacting the Barnesville High School office, and the Barnesville Booster Club can also be followed on Twitter. The Barnesville Booster Club wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season. Go Trojans!
All right, we're going to bring it back for a live national anthem here. All right. Nice job by the Lady Trojans group there for singing the national anthem. I was not aware that they were going to do that, otherwise we would have never have taken a commercial break. So I'm glad we got it back in on time.
Starting lineups. First, the visitors on the scoreboard, the Thief River Falls Prowlers. Starting at guard, a junior, number 1, Sophia Kramer. Starting at forward, a senior, number 4, Lauren Espy. Starting at guard, a senior, number 5, Kendall Rantanen. Starting at post, a sophomore, number 20, Ava Waldall. And starting at forward, a junior, number 31, Brianna Myers. Prowlers are coached by Paul Kraski. Assistant coaches are Jeff Lowe, Jake Rantanen, and Lily Kerner. And now, here is your starting lineup for your Barnesville Lady Trojans. Starting at guard, a 5'4" junior, number 2, Kennedy Gray. Starting at guard, a 5'4" senior, number 3, Jada Bonches. get forward, 5'7" senior, number 10, Mackenzie Scogan. And finally, 5'8" senior, going to get forward, number 40, Emily Smith. Head coaches Ryan Donstead, assistant coaches are Adam Andrew and Nicole Mortensen. Let's play hoops.
See, like, all right, we'll put 18 minutes onto the clock here and get ready to go for the first half of this contest here between the 3-ranked Thief River Falls Prowlers and the 4-ranked Barnesville Trojans here on Magnitude Sports. Thanks so much for tuning in, and whether you're tuning in from the Thief River Falls area cheering on the Prowlers, or if you're tuning in from Ratzel's Pool Hall in Barnesville cheering on the Trojans, we wish both teams the best of luck in today's contest. And it'll be the Barnesville Trojans getting on the board first here, just shy of 30 seconds into the game, and it's 2-0 Trojans here on the Ratzel's Pool Hall scoreboard. Of course, if you're watching from some other place in Barnesville, maybe you should go join your friends at Ratzel's Pool Hall and watch the game there. All right. So I circled the wrong starters for the opposite team. So I gotta readjust my mind and my eyes here on the jersey numbers and names. So give me just a split second. Let's see, number 4. That is Marin Espy. And now it'll be Sydney Strand pulling down the rebound here. And that loose ball is scooped up there by Ava Waldall. They'll work it up top here for Kramer. Kramer swings it near wing here for Espy. Espy up top here for, that is Brianna Myers, number 31. Now they get it over to Kendo Rantanen. I like that name. If you were watching the JV game, I made a joke about how I'm missing the Colorado Avalanche game, and they have a guy named on that team with the last name Rantanen. So I'll be happy to say that name a few times tonight. Here's Rantanen with it. And when I asked the coach if that's how it's pronounced, she's like, "Good job, you got it right on the first time." And I just kind of smiled and I didn't say much. I guess a lot of people have trouble saying her last name the first time they see it. I was not one of them. It's Kramer with it. Now into the corner. 3 on the way from Myers, and that one will be missed. And back the other way now. You know, that I just thought of it here, but there's also a guy on the Avalanche named Myers. So let's see, who else is on this team? Nope, just those two.
Maybe some relation there with that kind of statue.
Defense! Emily Smith lost it. Went into the hands there of Kramer. And now Rantanen has it up top. Work it up top there now for Espy. Back over to Rantanen here on the left elbow. 15-11 as they work it inside there for, that's Woodall. And now a 3 from long range, and it won't go. And underneath, the rebound and a foul. So Emily Smith collects her first, team's first, and the free throw is up and in. So the first free throw of the game is also up and in by Waldall. Ava Waldall, a sophomore for the Prowlers, and that one's up and in as well. And now we have a tie game at 2. 14:53 and counting to go. Gets it to Kenzie Scogan. Scogan being guarded closely there by Brianna Myers. And Scogan lost it, got it back. Now it's a loose ball. Scogan gets back to it. Nice job defensively there by Myers to nearly create the turnover. Bonches for a three. Nope, that's going to be off the mark. Loose ball rebound, chased down by Myers. She'll bring it down. Did she carry? She did. It's a turnover. And another turnover here by the Trojans. It remains 2-2. On the near side here, I believe that's Kramer, and it is, as her ponytail waves off her jersey number. And that shot is off the mark, and a rebound here for Kennedy Gray. Gray tried to feed it inside, but stepping in and intercepting it there was Waldo. Waldo will feed it far side. Now inside there, Brianna Myers tried to get that one, but it's through her fingertips and out of bounds, and they'll go right back to the Trojans. 13:42, and it's a 2-2 game. And both those baskets scored rather early, and in the past couple minutes here, no points for either team up to for the moment. And there's another foul. This one is going to be a reach-in foul on, I believe, Marin Espy. And it is indeed on Espy, so her first, team's first. Scogan will inbound it, and she'll inbound into the backcourt here for Sydney Strand. And another foul, this time on the Prowlers, and Ava Waldall, her first, team second. So an inbounds pass from the near sideline here with 13:27 to go. And they'll get it in there for Kennedy Gray. Scogan will set the screen. Gray won't take it. And now the pass to Bonches is off the mark and out of bounds, but it looks like it was last touched there by Marin Espy, and it'll remain Trojan basketball. 13:15 to go here. And now coming into the game here for the Thief River Falls Prowlers is the sophomore, number 24, Josie Peterson. So once again, Peterson, number 24, she's guarding Bonches now. She gives it up there for Strand. Over to Scogan. Scogan puts the ball to the floor. Up top, Emily Smith. Smith now drives into the paint. Towards the hoop, scores. Nicely done there by Emily Smith, and that is our first lead change of the game as Barnesville takes the 4-2 lead as the clock creeps inside 13 minutes to go. And with today's basketball game, that's a nice move there by Ava Waldall. I'll finish that thought here in just a moment as we are tied once again at 4. With today's basketball game, I think we've seen the Prowlers in every sport, at least once here at Magnitude Sports. So we've seen them in boys, tonight in girls. We saw them the first time the Prowlers ever made an appearance on our channel. It was a softball game against the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs, and I actually had the call on that game. So, and then we've seen their football team once. And I'm pretty sure we've seen their baseball team. So maybe I'd have to double check. Maybe we still need to get a baseball game on for the Thief River fans.
Also on Barnesville, number 10, Kenzie Scogan, her first, team second.
So going to the free throw line here is Josie Peterson, and her free throw will find its way in. And it's now a 5-4 lead for the Prowlers. Once again, the Prowlers ranked 3, the Trojans ranked 4 as the standings sit presently, but there's still a couple games that could shift some things around. The Pelican Rapids Vikings have 1 game left. I think they're playing tonight, actually. And the Perham Yellow Jackets, I think, have 2 games left. One of them against the Thief River Falls Prowlers, the other one against the #1 team in the state, the Providence Academy Lions. And we'll see the Providence Academy Lions on Magnitude tomorrow at 2:30 in the afternoon when they take on the Perham Yellow Jackets. So Thief River fans, circle that one. It might play a role of interest as both the Prowlers and Yellow Jackets battling for positioning in that Section 8 AA tournament. Here's Smith with it, and that one off the front of the rim. It will not go. Tied at 2. Barnesville took a 4-2 lead, tied at 4. And then on a free throw by Peterson, the Prowlers take the lead. And now they get a turnover off the inbounds pass. Actually, no, they do not. They lost the ball on the turnover, and now the Trojans will reset. Step back 3, missed it. Wide right, hit the side of the backboard, and well, the Prowler fans, there's not a whole lot of them here, but they're making up for it with how loud they're cheering on the Prowlers. I'm very impressed. It's always nice to see a fan base cheering loud for their team on the road, especially when there's not a whole bunch of them. I would say the Barnesville fans probably outnumber the Prowler fans 3-1, but the Prowler fans are making the Barnesville fans look ridiculous when it comes to cheering for their team. And I'm just calling it as I hear it. Normally you say call it as you see it, but I'm calling it as I hear it, as Peterson will score the basket. Driving the baseline, Smith in for Fallingstad, and then the pass got broken up. And now here on the near sideline, they'll continue to battle for it. They'll eventually get it here to Peterson. Peterson drives up on Scogan. It counts and one. So since the 4-4 tie, it's been a 6-0 run for the Prowlers. And Peterson goes right back to the free throw line. And she'll miss the first one. And with 10:20 and counting to go here in the first half, the Trojans will look to cut into that 6-point deficit. It's only 6 points, only 2 possessions, but it looks large right now when you have 2 numbers on one side of the scoreboard and 1 number on the other side. As we crack the 3 eggs on 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Into the hands of Yuska. That shot a little bit off the mark, but a rebound underneath. Ava Waldall with that basket, 12-4 in favor of the Prowlers here on the Ratzels Pool Hall scoreboard. Lexi Haif up top, Scogan now over to Smith on the far edge. Back to Haif. Haif nearly lost it, got it back out to Scogan here in the near corner. Scogan will dribble in. Emily Smith now. Smith makes a move, scores and one. Nicely done there by Emily Smith. And they're going to need more plays like that. Both teams actually have 4 fouls, so we'll add a extra foul to both teams here. But they're gonna need more of plays like that from Emily Smith, as their starter, Abby John, is out today due to an illness. Nothing serious, just an illness, and hopefully she's back here sooner than later. But and this one squirting around, and Smith picks it up, and she's pressured in the backcourt, hands it off for Sydney Strand. Into into the corner now. Fallingstad drives in, floats one up, left it a little bit short, swatted back in bounds, loose ball, and it's picked up just in front of the half-court stripe, preventing the over and back, what would have been an over and back call, and now a miscommunication there as Lexi Haith took off the opposite direction of the pass, and they will toss it right out of bounds to the substitutes here for the Prowlers. But before those substitutes come in, we have a timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second one. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. The Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, located at 310 Front Street South in Barnesville, open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Burgers, salad, pizzas, sandwiches, they got you covered. Daily specials on all food and beverage items on the menu as well. They're located, once again, 310 South Front Street, Barnesville, 2 blocks from Barnesville Senior High School. Order online, purplegoose2go.com, or text your order to 218-321-1963. All right, welcome back. 8:40 to go. We got to catch up a little bit here. And far side, it's off the fingertips there of Espy, and it's out of bounds. And it goes right back to the Trojans. So that's another turnover into the books for the Prowlers. Corner 3, left it short. They'll get, Haif will get the rebound in the corner, cross-court it through the fingertips of Emily Smith. That'll be a turnover for the Trojans, and they'll stop the clock with 8:19 to go. And the inbounds pass will restart the clock as Rantanen brings it up over the timeline. She will dump it off there, and now they'll swing it back up top for Espy on the pass from Kramer. Kendra Merkins, number 3, into the lineup now here for the Prowlers. Nice pass inside there to Myers, and she scores. 14-6, Barnesville needs to catch up soon here, otherwise they're going to be in trouble early. We didn't get a chance to go over the keys of the game due to me not paying attention in the pregame show, so that was my error, but ooh, nice collision there. Well, not necessarily a nice collision there between Fallingstad and Rantanen. Inbounds Fallingstad, Haif, now Pana. Pana one dribble, swings it over to Emily Smith. Smith gets a pass into the paint there. Lexi Haif puts up a wild shot. Fallingstad there with the rebound. Back out to Pana, and now there's a reach-in foul, and that foul is going to be charged to Brianna Myers. Myers first, the team's 5th. Kennedy Gray into the lineup now here for Barnesville. Pana traveled. She took one too many steps and left her pivot foot, and that drew the whistle. So Rantanen will bring it up court here for the Prowlers. She'll swing it near side here. That is Espy. And now back to Kramer. Kramer over to Espy now. Espy drives into the paint, and she gets fouled on her way to the hoop. So that's the 15th, the 15th foul for the Trojans. Both teams have 5 with 7:05 to go here, and well, actually 7:07, I guess, but free throws up and in for Espy, so she'll get another one. Josie Peterson also back into the lineup here for the Prowlers, and the second one's up and in. There's Kennedy Gray, now Fallingstad. She'll drive into the paint, and she nearly lost the ball and then slipped and then did lose the ball, but it's going to be a foul on the Prowlers. Team foul number 6, and that is Josie Peterson, the guilty party. three, missed everything. They'll work it up top here for Kramer. Kramer pushes it inside for Peterson. Now back up top for Kramer. Kramer dribbles to the right. Now Rantanen being guarded by Kennedy Gray. And she'll hold that pivot foot as she swings it over to Espy. Espy back to Rantanen. She'll try for a three, and that one's a little bit strong. Emily Smith will get the rebound. Neither team has made a three-pointer in this game yet, and the ball's out of bounds. Well, and we apologize for the fans calling the referees horrible, but we don't agree with that.
Hey guys, be nice to the refs for going on there. Don't wave me, ignore me. Be nice to the refs, okay?
Emily Smith at the free throw line. And Fallingstead will get the rebound, and she scores.
Barnesville basketball number 30, Ava Fallingstead.
Microphone right there. I mean, how ridiculous is that?
They'll work it inside there for Ava Waldall, and that, I believe somebody may have kicked it. Let's see what they call here. There's a foul on the Prowlers. I didn't see it, but it must have been there, so that's why the referees are on the court and not up in the press box. I've used that line a few times. I like saying it. Driving the baseline, outside, Rantanen for a three, and it will not go in. We'll get it back to Rantanen. Over the far side here for number two, that's Ali Yuska, and that shot will not go. Fallingstead will bring it back up top here. I think she took a couple too many steps there, and she did. Stops the clock with 5:12 to go here in the first half. And that three left a little bit short. Rebound Fallingstead, and she scores again. It's back to a 6-point game as Barnesville creeps their way back into this one. And that one tipped away. Lexi Hafe will control it, and it will go to the Prowlers.
For Barnesville, number 3, Jada Monchez, and number 40, Emily Smith.
Top Sophie Kramer, and now the three rattles around and out from Myers. Cannot get that one to go. Over to Emily Smith. Smith to put the ball on the floor on the right-handed dribble, and now 2 passes later, it's Kennedy Gray in the corner. Here's Emily Smith. That one will not go in. And the rebound comes down to the Prowlers. They'll get it up court to Kramer. Kramer will hold still there, high on the right side. Kramer will slowly set up the offense here for the Prowlers. Swings it over to Rantanen. Rantanen feeds it into Myers. Myers makes a move in the paint, pops it out, baseline jumper. Kramer up and in. Sophia Kramer with the basket. And the Prowlers get back in front by 8. As long as that little graphic will cooperate there. 3:20 to go and counting. Kramer up top. Dribbles the ball and over there to Espy. Espy, I think it may have been poked away. Long 2 is up and in for Kramer. That was about 18-foot basket there for Sophia Kramer, and it's a 10-point lead with 3 minutes to go here on the Ratzel's Pool Hall scoreboard. Falling Stat gets it over there for Kennedy Gray. Gray to the hoop. And it rolls off, but she will earn a trip to the free throw line.
Fouls on the Prowlers, number 5, Kennedy Rantanen, her first, team's 9th.
First half. Actually, that was a shooting foul, so it's 2 regardless. Team fouls aren't correct, 9-5. Kennedy Gray cannot get that one to go in. And the rebound snagged there by Josie Peterson, who's had a great night so far here for the Prowlers. Peterson up top. Peterson backs up her defender, Emily Smith, now pops it out. And driving in, there's Myers, and she will score! That was the longest will she not moment in this game, probably in any game that I've ever called. If I kept track of a record for the longest amount of time it took for a shot to go in, Brianna Myers might hold that record for a lifetime. It's not an official record I keep, but just making the mental note there. We have a timeout on the floor. 2:07 to go. We'll take a timeout with. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Lee's Electric in Barnesville proudly cheers on the Trojans this sports season. As a featured business on the Barnesville City website, Lee's Electric can help you with your electrical needs and projects big or small. So when there's a blast to straightaway center field, a lightning quick touchdown pass, a supercharged ace serve, or that electric layup drive in the baseline, whenever you see an electric play in the game, think Lee's Electric. Let's go Trojans.
All right, 2:07 to go here. Falling Stat with it. Now Bonchus fires it over for Gray. Gray now back to Strand, back over to Bonchus. Tees it up for a 3. She got it.
Jada Bonchus scored!
22-14 here with 1:49 and counting to go here in the first half. That one rolls around and down again. So Myers with a loop around basket, and now Josie Peterson gets a loop around basket. Kennedy Gray tries for a 3. That one doesn't go in, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. And that 3 from Bonchus, the only 3 of the game so far, that, or I should say successful 3-pointer. 2 teams have combined for 13 3-point attempts, and the 2 teams are 1 of 13. And that one's thrown out of bounds, now going to the books as a turnover. 10-point game here in favor of the 3-ranked Prowlers over the 4-ranked Trojans. Rantanen will bring it up court. Rantanen spins, gets it up there on the near side for Espy, and now a couple passes later, they work it into Peterson again. Peterson out of bounds, it's going to stay with the Prowlers. So 1:03 to go here in the first. Prowler's looking to build on that 10-point lead. They get it into Kramer. He's had a couple nice shots here in the past few minutes. Fires it over there for Peterson. Peterson stepped up on by Fallingstad, and now Peterson will try and back her up and make a move to the basket, and she scores! 26-14. Inside the final minute here, as Strand brings it over the timeline. And Bonchis for a three. No, that one's off the mark. Back the other way now. The Prowlers come. 22 seconds to go. Now 20. Rantanen gives it up there for Kramer. Kramer will get fouled by Kennedy Gray. 15.5 to go.
Number 2, Kennedy Gray, her first team 6 foul.
Peterson with a chance and no foul, and that will do it for halftime. 26-14 in favor of the Prowlers here at halfway through. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your local Health Mart pharmacy and hardware Hank store in Barnesville. Open weekdays 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays until noon. Stop in at 117 Front Street. Get everything you need for your home. Smoke alarms, thermometers, Ethernet, coax cable, and maybe a little something for your kitchen. Baking goods, paper supplies, toasters, coffee pots, griddles, and stove and oven accessories. Don't forget that Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your Valspar Paint headquarters. Barnesville Drug and Hardware. Give them a like and follow on Facebook. Barnesville Drug and Hardware wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season. Dean's Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and ISO-Clean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you. Ratzo's Pool Hall. You can find them at 205 Front Street in Barnesville. When you head over to Ratzo's Pool Hall, expect cold beverages, tasty and crispy pizza, as well as a friendly staff. Search for Ratzo's Pool Hall on Facebook. Give the page a like and follow so you can keep up to date with all the daily specials, new menu additions, and dates of special events such as karaoke and musical artists. Don't forget, if the Barnesville Trojans are playing, you can watch the game at Ratzo's Pool Hall. They invite you to stop by after the game. 205 Front Street in Barnesville, Ratzo's Pool Hall. Just a fun little place in a small town. Lee's Electric in Barnesville proudly cheers on the Trojans this sports season. As a featured business on the Barnesville City website, Lee's Electric can help you with your electrical needs and projects big or small. So when there's a blast to straightaway center field, a lightning quick touchdown pass, a supercharged ace serve, or that electric layup drive in the baseline, whenever you see an electric play in the game, think Lee's Electric. Let's go Trojans.
Newell will set it up near side. Lexi Ballgreen kick, and it's a kill for Ballgreen. That holds the Barnesville Trojans within a point. They get the serve back.
Quest works out the shotgun again. He's looking deep, and he's got a man with a little bit of room. It bounces off the back of the neck of a Barnesville Trojan, and it's intercepted. Gannon Ballgreen will get the deflected pass.
The ball is intercepted on the deflection by number 6, Gannon Ballgreen.
The Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, located at 310 Front Street South in Barnesville, open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Burgers, salad, pizzas, sandwiches, they got you covered. Daily specials on all food and beverage items on the menu as well. They're located, once again, 310 South Front Street, Barnesville, 2 blocks from Barnesville Senior High School. Order online, purplegoose2go.com, or text your order to 218-321-1963.
Barnesville Cenex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Cenex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Cenex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Cenex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Cenex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Established in 1989, the charitable mission of the Barnesville Booster Club is to support local charities and organizations, especially those involving kids and youth. Learn more about the Barnesville Booster Club by following the Barnesville Booster Club Facebook page, where you can get more information on member drives, upcoming events, and more. You can also learn more by contacting the Barnesville High School office, and the Barnesville Booster Club can also be followed on Twitter. The Barnesville Booster Club wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season. Go Trojans!
The Trojan Takedown Club. It supports Barnesville wrestling on all levels, and it meets on the second Wednesday of each month at Ratzo's Pool Hall in Barnesville. You can support the Barnesville wrestling program by contacting anyone at the Trojan Takedown Club. Choose a bronze or a silver or even a gold sponsorship. If interested in a sponsorship, email trojantakedownclub@gmail.com. Do it today. The Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, located at 310 Front Street South in Barnesville, open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Burgers, salad, pizzas, sandwiches, they got you covered. Daily specials on all food and beverage items on the menu as well. They're located, once again, 310 South Front Street, Barnesville, 2 blocks from Barnesville Senior High School. Order online, purplegoose2go.com, or text your order to 218-321-1963. Dean's Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and ISO-Clean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today.
All
right, welcome back to the Barnesville Sports Arena here. Taking a look at your game summary through the first half of play. 26-14 in favor of the Prowlers. They are 10 of 17 shooting, but nothing from behind the arc on 5 attempts. So 5 from behind the arc and 12 shot attempts from inside the arc, but they are doing pretty well at the free throw line. They only missed 1, 6 of 7, committed 9 fouls, turned the ball over 3 times. So the Trojans, half of their shots from behind the arc, 8 of their 16 shots from behind the arc. They are 7 of 18, or they're 6 of 18 shooting. Let's try that again. They're 6 of 16 shooting altogether, with 1 of 8 from behind the arc, 1 of 3 from the Barnesville Booster Club free throw line. 6 fouls and 5 turnovers here. And don't forget, you can catch us on our social media accounts. There you see them, and we start the second half now here from the Barnesville Sports Arena with the Prowlers leading 26-14. Once again, we want to say thanks to everybody tuning in and cheering on the Trojans, and we want to say thanks to everybody from the Thief River Falls area tuning in and cheering on the Prowlers tonight. We wish your two teams the best of luck in this contest. Here's Scogan with the 3. That one will not go in, and that's another missed 3, and now only one made 3 on, I believe, well, there you see it. 9 plus 5 is 14, so 1 out of 14. These two teams combined from behind the arc. That's not normal for Barnesville. I'm pretty sure that's not normal for Thief River Falls. Usually a team in the top 5 of the rankings has some pretty good three-point shooting. Emily Smith will get the basket there as we get our first points of the first half, almost a minute in. And that pass over the head of Waldo, and it's going to be a turnover. So that's the 4th turnover of the game here for the Prowlers. That 3 is off the mark, and it's another missed 3, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Barnesville. Some Prowler fans wanting a foul there, but they're not going to get one. I can understand their point of view. They may even have a case to plead if, based upon what I saw from up here. And Kennedy Gray nearly lost the ball. Now wiggles her way out of a double team. Strand with a 3 up top that rolls off the rim. And a rebound there by Scogan. She'll bring it back out top, and they'll reset the offense. Over to Bonchus. Bonchus looked at the basket, didn't pull the trigger, now gives it back here for Scogan. Scogan bounces it in for Emily Smith, and she scores. 26-18 now here on the Ratzos Pool Hall scoreboard. Rantanen nearly traveled. She kept that pivot foot planted, though, and she swings it over to Myers. Myers now up top for Kramer. And Myers with a corner 3 that will not go, but the rebound there snagged by Espy. Espy on the baseline, feeds it back to Myers, rolls off the front of the rim, and it will not go. And Scogan initially got the rebound, and now what's the call? Is it going to be a foul on the Prowlers, I think? Yes, it is. It's her first, team's first of the second half.
Go White.
Scogan tries to bounce it in for Smith. Smith tried to get it back to Scogan, and a jump ball is called, and the possession arrow will favor the Prowlers. So Myers will toss it in here for, that's Rantanen. So now the possession arrow goes to Barnesville. Rantanen up top, looks left, now fires it back over to Kramer. Kramer down to the baseline there for Espy. Espy back over to Rantanen, now Myers back to Rantanen. And Rantanen back over to Myers in the corner. Back up top for Rantanen, shot about the three, steps into the free throw line. Now 2 passes later, back over to Espy in the corner. Espy will tee it up for a triple. She got it! 29-18 as the Prowlers maintain an 11-point lead. They took the lead at 5-4. They have not given up the lead yet. Barnesville's cut it down to single digits on a couple of occasions, but they haven't been able to stay within single digits too often. Kennedy Gray with it. Gray works it up top for Strand, inside to Emily Smith. Smith, one dribble, and may have had that shot blocked. Scogan takes it and recovers. Rantanen will bring it up court. She'll set up the offense for the Prowlers as she swings it over to Kramer. Kramer lofts it over to Myers. Baseline jumper up, and that rattles off the back rim, and it will not go. But an offensive rebound by Kramer works it back up top to Rantanen. 15-20. Actually, we need to start a clock. 14-15 to go. Myers with a three. That one won't go, and it'll hit the top of the backboard. It'll be considered out of bounds, and goes right back here to the Trojans. There's Strand with it. Strand surveying her options. She'll bounce it over there to Bonchis, who gives it right back to Strand. And now over to Kennedy Gray. Inside for Smith. Up top, Strand for a three, and that one's off the mark. And now Myers will come away with the loose ball. She'll bring it up the far side of the court. And that pass is intercepted, and it's taken away there by Kennedy Gray, and then a foul.
Calls on the Prowlers, number 5, Kendall Rantanen. Her second, team second.
Kendall Rantanen with her second team personal foul. Inside, outside, Kennedy Gray for three. She hits.
Kennedy Gray for...
And all of a sudden, it's a 6-point game, and Barnesville's right within striking distance with 13.5 to go here in the second. Rantanen will try and answer with a three of her own, and will not go in. And Kennedy Gray will come away with that one. And it's off the foot, and it should go back to the Prowlers, and it does. And so it's off the foot of Bonchis. Josie Peterson checking back into the lineup, and that will give Ava Waldall a breather on the sideline. Rantanen will get the inbounds pass and bring it up court. She'll call for play number 1 for the Prowlers here. She swings it over there for Kramer. Kramer now into Peterson. Peterson surveying the options, looking for something inside. Nobody home at the moment. Kramer has it again. Back over to Peterson. Peterson being guarded by Smith, and a whistle from the near side referee, and a foul on, looks like Barnesville.
Double foul falls on the Prowlers number 31.
Fouls on
Myers,
both teams.
And Barnesville's Kennedy Gray.
Kennedy Gray and Brianna Myers. So double fouls. And now the referee talking to those two players. And now the referee giving an explanation to head coach Ryan Baumstad on the reasoning for the call. And the same for Paula Praska, the head coach for the Prowlers. And that shot's up and in. 31-23. And they'll work it to Bonchus. Bonchus to Smith. Smith feeds it down low for Scogan. She got bumped. Loose ball comes out to Strand. And now Gray works it back to Smith. Smith, they look for that pass to Scogan again. They couldn't get it there that time. Now they'll get it to Scogan. She'll bring it out to the corner. Back to Bonchus. Bonchus feeds it in. Emily Smith splits a double team and scores. Nicely done for Emily Smith as she split that double team and went right to the basket and put it in off the glass. 6-point game again, 31-25 as Barnesville tries to stay close. Trojan substitution at the next break in action as they work the ball up to Peterson. Peterson surveying, puts the ball on the floor, now leaves it up top for SB. SB fires it over to Myers. Myers will try for a 20-footer, missed it every end. The rebound comes back, and now Rantanen for a three. That one rolls in and out. And an offensive rebound, or defensive rebound, excuse me, for the Trojans. Don't normally make that mistake, but I did this time. Looks like it's a reach-in foul here on the Prowlers.
Josie Peterson, her third, team's fourth foul.
Josie Peterson getting charged for her third personal. 11:41 and counting. Over for Kennedy Gray. Had an open look, and she will hit.
Kennedy Gray for
31-28, and it's back down to a one-possession game. And both teams having trouble from behind the arc in the first half. And that trouble for the Prowlers continues into the second half and continues into the first half of the second half for the Trojans, but now the Trojans have hit a couple, and as a result of the Prowlers not able to do the same thing, the Trojans have found a way back into this game.
Number 28, Waldo. Number 3, Kendra Merkins.
So Kendra Merkins back into the lineup, and one other person snuck in for the Prowlers too. I didn't see who it was though. They had 2 in and 2 out, and Merkins was the only one I saw come in. So full court pressure here, and a nice job by Marin Espy. Got her hand in there. It'll remain Barnesville ball, but that's some nice defense there as the Prowlers put on some full court pressure here on the Trojans. And that one's off the foot of Peterson, so it'll stay right where it's at. Sophie Frederick into the lineup now here for Barnesville. And they'll get it in for Sydney Strand. Three on the way. Sophie Frederick misses that one. And a defensive board snagged there by Ava Waldau, and I bet you that's the one that snuck in when those 2 subs came in, and I didn't know who the second one was. I'm guessing now is Waldo, because everybody else I recognize. Waldo works it up top there for Espy, and Espy fires it over for Merkins, and she hits. A long 2-pointer. Makes it 34-28, and now the clock will stop.
Falls on the Prowlers, number 5, Kendall Rantanen. Her third, team's 5th. At the line shooting 2, number 5, Sydney Strand.
And that free throw is off the mark for Sydney Strand.
Subbing in for the Prowlers, number 1, Sophia Kramer, number 2, Ali Gustav. And for Barnesville, number 24, Lexi Haight.
I want to say hi to Jim watching from Denver, North Carolina. He says, hello, I'm enjoying the game tonight from Denver, North Carolina. No, that's, I guess I could have just read the comment as was, and I wouldn't have had to say that twice. But thanks so much for tuning in, Jim. It's been a fun one so far, and we'll see how this one concludes in the final 10 minutes here. They'll work it over for Kramer. And now a pass down low. Peterson, no, thought for sure that one was going to go in, but it did not. And now the rebound to Strand, down court over the head of Sophie Frederick, and a turnover, and right back to the Prowlers. Yuska gives it up there for Kramer, now flips it over into the hands of Waldo. Waldo looks down low of Peterson, and she scores this time. 36-29, just inside 10 minutes to go. And it's going to be a reach-in foul here on Merkins.
Team 6.
So that's 6 team fouls now for the Prowlers here in the second half. Ball goes into the backcourt with 9:45 to go. Here's Kennedy Gray. Gray nearly lost it. Frederick able to catch up to it. Now gets it back to Gray. Gray feeds it inside. Emily Smith scores! 36-31, and the Barnesville Trojans are sticking around. They have trimmed that 6-point lead down to 5 now. But they're running out of time. They still got time to do it, but time becoming less and less of a friend with the way this game has gone up to this point. And there's one way that this game has gone is the Prowlers getting baskets like that just hang on the rim for what seems like an eternity, and then it finally drops in. That's the 3rd time it's happened tonight. Although the first time is the world record holder of how long it stayed on the rim. That was Brianna Myers who had that world record made 2-point layup. Here's Lexi Hafe inside. It somehow snuck its way into Emily Smith. And now Strand puts up a 3. And ooh, that one looked like it may have hurt. And she does get back up, and some nice sportsmanship there from Ava Waldo. As it looked like Frederick took an unintentional elbow right to the spine. And she went down face first, but she's standing up tall now here at the free throw line, so glad that it appears that she's okay. So Kennedy Gray out, Kenzie Scogan in for the Trojans. We also have Brianna Myers back in for the Prowlers. And the free throw is in for Sophie Frederick. 38-32 our score, and that clock apparently never stopped. Come on, stop. I don't know. I'm sure it's my fault and not the equipment's fault, but I'm going to blame it on the equipment anyway. 38-33, back to a 5-point game. And a full timeout on the floor. So with 8:38 to go, it's 38-33 in favor of the Prowlers on the Ratsos Pool Hall scoreboard. If you are in the gym right now, $1 hot dog and pizza until they're gone. I'm jealous. We're going to take a break. I'll be right back in a moment here.
Newell set it up near side. Lexi Ballgreen kick, and it's a kill for Ballgreen. That pulls the Barnesville Trojans within a point. They get the serve back.
Quest works out the shotgun again. He's looking deep, and he's got a man with a little bit of room. It bounces off the back of the neck of a Barnesville Trojan, and it's intercepted. Gannon Ballgreen will get the deflected pass.
Intercepted on the deflection by number 6, Gannon Ballgreen.
All right, welcome back. 8:38 to go. It is going to be Prowlers basketball, and Renton will bring it up the court. Renton looks over to Peterson. Peterson fires it up there for Espy. Espy drives into the paint, tries to float one up off the front of the rim. It won't go. Lexi Hafe will pull down the rebound. Float one up to Scogan. Scogan fires it over the timeline for Sydney Strand. Strand to Smith. Smith looking inside, got cut off. Now they'll wing it around here to the near corner, back to Strand. Strand to Scogan. Scogan, right-handed dribble, pulls into the arc, pops it back out. Strand now into the corner for Sophie Frederick. Frederick with a right-handed dribble. As we crack the eggs on 8 minutes to go now. Over to Strand. This is a big game here. If you're a Perham Yellow Jacket fan or a Pelican Rapids fan, you are probably cheering for the Barnesville Trojans right now. If you're not cheering for the Trojans, then you don't really have a preference where your team lands in the Section 8 AA tournament. Let's put it that way. 7:29 to go. If your team's like DGF, or I'm trying to think of some of the Holly, for example, then you're cheering for the Prowlers tonight for these same reasons. No, somebody called travel, but I was watching her pivot foot. It never left the floor. And that is absolutely the right call by the referee. There was no travel there. Here's Scogan with a wide open lane to the basket. She's going.
Number 10, Kenzie Scogan.
38-35. It's the second time that Barnesville's been within 3 here in the second half. But that's the closest they've gotten up to this point. They'll swing it over to Ranton, and now Myers in the corner. Feeds it in for Peterson. No, I'm sorry, that's actually Waldall. My apologies.
Subbing in for the Prowlers, number 1, Sophia Kramer.
Kramer in, and that puts Peterson on the sideline for a breather. Myers will trigger the inbounds pass. Kramer dishes it in there for Waldall, and there's a foul on the Trojans. And that will send Waldall to the free throw line. See if she can give her team a more than a 3-point lead.
Team's third.
There's actually 7 fouls for the, yeah, is that right? Yeah, I guess it is. Where are we at on the fouls here out of curiosity? Yeah, okay, so I need to add 1 more for the Prowlers. Now put Barnesville into the bonus. So I was a foul short, we'll put it that way. First free throw off, second one in. And now it's a 4-point game. There's Lexi Haif, tried to feed it to Emily Smith. The ball was tipped up into the air, it will remain with Barnesville. Jim, I tried to chat back to you, but for some reason it's saying that there's an error with the chat. So at least, hopefully you can hear me say thank you for chiming in on the chat, because I can't physically type it at the moment. Not sure why. Haif at the high post. Now a mid-post jumper, and she knocks it down.
Number 24, Lexi Haif.
As we close in on 6 minutes to go. Now just inside 6. They'll work it up top here for Kramer. Kramer to Myers. Myers back to Kramer. Kramer surveying, looking inside. Nobody home at the moment. Looked like she wanted to put it up. Now she tried to get it in for Waldall, and that's going to be a foul on the Trojans. So that's team foul number 4 on Barnesville now.
Third personal, team's fourth.
And it's the 3rd personal on her. They'll work it in for Waldall. She'll put a shot up and put a little bit too much on that one. Back the other way now come the Trojans. Here's Lexi Haif at the free throw line. Pushes it out to the corner for Strand. Strand on a double team, had it poked away. And yeah, no, I think that's the right call. It was deflected over the line. And whether she touched it after it was deflected is what the argument is. And the referee said that nobody touched it, or that she didn't touch it after it was deflected. So that's why there was not an over and back call there. Myers will tee it up for a 3, and she hits. She nails the 3 as we crack the eggs on 5 minutes to go. Now it's a 42-37 game in favor of the Prowlers. Here's Scogan with it. Scogan with a high post jumper. Left it off the right side of the edge of the rim, and Now chasing down the loose ball on the far sideline was Kramer. She'll control it and bring it over the timeline as we approach 4.5 to go. Rantanen with a bounce pass back to Kramer. Kramer now over to Espy. Up top, Myers. Back to Kramer. Kramer now Rantanen. Rantanen, number 5, being guarded by Sydney Strand, number 5. Kramer with it up top, guarded by Haith. Over to Myers. Gogan steps up on her, and Myers runs into a double team, and somehow she kept it in bounds. Nice move there by Kendall Rantanen. Nice passing here, and Myers at the top for a 3! She hit! 4 of the 5 players for the Prowlers had possession of that ball before Myers connected on the triple. 45-37 and a travel, yep. Kind of lost her balance there in front of Rantanen and took the extra step. And we have a timeout on the floor. 45-37, 3:36 to go. We got some time to play yet. It could be an interesting ending. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today.
Barnesville Cenex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Cenex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Cenex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Cenex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at...
All right, we'll come back from that commercial early here so you don't miss any of the action. It's Ali Yuska Jr. into the lineup now here for the Prowlers. She'll feed it in there for Waldall, excuse me. And now Yuska has it again and a whistle, and it's going to be a foul on Barnesville. So foul number 5, they have 2 to give, and Scogan needs to be careful. She just picked up her 4th. Inbounds to Rantanen. Peterson now. Did she travel? Oh, no, it was a timeout called by Coach Praska. So nice timeout called there by the head coach to prevent what may have been a turnover. And we'll be back in 30 seconds here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
Ratzel's Pool Hall. You can find them at 205 Front Street in Barnesville. When you head over to Ratzel's Pool Hall, expect cold beverages, tasty and crispy pizza, as well as a friendly staff. Search for Ratzel's Pool Hall on Facebook. Give the page a like and follow so you can keep up to date with all the daily specials, new menu additions, and dates of special events such as karaoke and musical artists. Don't forget, if the Barnesville Trojans are playing, you can watch the game at Ratzel's Pool Hall. They invite you to stop by after the game. 205 Front Street in Barnesville, Ratzel's Pool Hall. Just a fun little place in a small town.
All right, welcome back here. The 45-37 with 3:09 to go here in the second half. And the Prowlers have the lead on the Ratzel's Pool Hall scoreboard. 3 minutes to go now. They'll work it here for Waldall. And Waldall trying to get it to Rantanen, but Barnesville said no, and now they would get it over to Kramer, and it looked like Kramer possibly got popped in the nose there unintentionally, and that'll be a foul on Barnesville, team foul 6. And a whistle, and what's the call? It's a foul on the Prowlers. Interesting.
Her third, team's 8th. On the line, shooting for 1-1 for Barnesville, number 24, Lexi Haven.
Big shot, go get him. Big shot, let's go.
Lexi Haith at the free throw line. Connects on the front half of a 1-1. Big free throws coming up here for Barnesville from the remaining 2:47, and she'll miss that one. Myers will get the rebound. So now both teams are in the 1-and-1 bonus. Rantanen's free throw is off the mark. Strand gets it to Hafe. Hafe outside, Kennedy Gray tees it up, and she connects! 2:30 to go here, and it's a 4-point game.
30-second timeout called by Barnesville.
A 30-second timeout. We'll take one with them. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back to the Barnesville Sports Arena here. 45-41 is our score in favor of the Thief River Falls Prowlers. Just checking in on our unable to type chat, and Jim says everything's cool, so. 2.5 to go. Barnesville putting on some pressure here, and a timeout called by Coach Praska to avoid what would have been a 5-second call. It's a full timeout, so we'll take another break with them. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today. All right, welcome back. It's a 4-point basketball game here between the number 3 ranked Prowlers and the number 4 ranked Barnesville Trojans. And right now the Prowlers have the edge. And Barnesville putting on that full court press. They get it into Rantanen. Rantanen being guarded in the backcourt, trying to spin out of a double team, and she will get it over the timeline. And now she picks up her dribble. Gets into the hands there of Espy. Espy down into the corner, feeds in. That was not Myers, that was actually Waldall. And now back up top for Rantanen. Rantanen picks up her dribble. Gets it there to Kramer. Kramer nearly had it poked away. She chases down the loose ball and keeps possession. And now a reach-in foul coming here on Kennedy Gray. That foul should go to the Barnesville Trojans and not the Prowlers. So we'll take a foul away here for the Prowlers. It's 8-8 and not 9-8. It's 8-8. And now this is Kramer at the free throw line. She hits the front half of a 1-and-1. Pushes the lead to 5. And now the lead is 6. A 2-possession game as the inbounds pass comes to Sydney Strand with 2 minutes to go. Scogan drives to the basket, down to the baseline, and lost it, and Myers picks up the steal. Myers to Rantanen. Rantanen will bring it up court. Rantanen into the mid post. Gets it to Waldo. Waldo now to Myers. Myers reach and foul Lexi Hayes.
Fouls on the Trojans, number 24, Lexi Hayes. Her third, team's ninth.
So one more puts the Prowlers at 2 free throws, but right now it's a 1-and-1. So Myers has to make this one to get one, and she will get one. 48-41, the lead to 7 now for the Prowlers. And Josie Peterson in. That gives Waldall a breather on the sideline. We'll see who else they sub in here in the final 90-plus seconds. (49-41) and a loose ball, and Barnesville turns it over, and they foul in the backcourt, and that will do it for Kenzie Scogan. That's her 5th foul, and that will put the Prowlers into double bonus.
Number 10, Kenzie Scogan. That's her 5th foul. Team's 10th. Subbing in for the Trojans, number 3, Jada Bonches. At the line for the Prowlers, number 24, Josie Peterson. Shoot 2.
Bonches in for the Trojans. Peterson at the free throw line. And Peterson, I don't think she's missed from the free throw line tonight. I don't have my stat book here. I used the last page in the last game, so I'm pulling it off memory. But if she has missed, she's been good enough to forget the misses. Let's put it that way. 119 and counting. Strand for a 3. It's in and out, and it will not go. And the rebound snagged there by the Prowlers. Rantanen up court there for Espy. Espy will bring it back out. Rantanen will get it. Rantanen over to Kramer. Kramer will get fouled. And the Prowlers will go to the line to shoot 2 with 59.9 seconds to go.
Second at the line. Shooting 2, number 1, Sophia Kramer.
And that one's on.
Prowlers, number 20, Ava Waldall.
And she hits. 52-41 now. Final minute of this one. Up top, Lexi Hafe. Out of bounds and a turnover. Or was it a turnover? Nope, no turnover. It stays with Barnesville. 51.5. And Smith will score. May or may not have traveled there. Turnover, Strand. Oh, cannot get that one to go. Kennedy Gray over to Bonches. 20-footer on the way, and it will not rattle in. Out of bounds, 27.6. 52-43. Myers has Kramer and Rantanen. And into Kramer, back to Myers, now over to Rantanen. And now Espy will set it up. She'll try and dig herself out of a double team, and instead she'll go to the free throw line.
Cindy Strand, her third at the line for the Prowlers, number 4. To shoot 2, Lauren Espy.
Marin Espy at the free throw line here for the Prowlers. And she hits.
Setting in for the Prowlers, number 2, Allie Yuska, and number 3, Kendra Merkins.
Merkins and Yuska in. That puts Rantanen and Myers out. And that'll probably be the last we see of those two for this game here. And that one rattles in and out. And the rebound, and now a turnover. Barnesville got the rebound, then they turned it over right away. And now they rip it away and get a turnover of their own. Kennedy Gray, 5 seconds to go. Feeds it in, Sydney Strand, and a foul.
Fouls on the Gillespie, her fourth, team's ninth. At the line for the
And the Prowlers will retreat to midcourt. And now the referee will wave them back in, saying, hey, we need at least 2 of you in here. And it looks like, yeah, they'll let the Prowlers get away with 2, I guess. So I'm not sure what the rule is on that, to be honest with you. It's one rule I've never really had a reason to be curious about it. 53-44, 4.1 seconds to go. And the second free throw is in as well. In the court here for Yuska, and now they'll give it to Kramer, and that'll do it. Your final score, the Prowlers 53 and the Trojans 45. And the Prowlers fans are loud and proud for the Thief River Falls Prowlers. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with your post-game show right after this. Once again, your final score, the Thief River Falls Prowlers 53 and the Barnesville Trojans 45. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Electric in Barnesville proudly cheers on the Trojans this sports season. As a featured business on the Barnesville City website, Lee's Electric can help you with your electrical needs and projects big or small. So when there's a blast to straightaway center field, a lightning quick touchdown pass, a supercharged ace serve, or that electric layup drive in the baseline, whenever you see an electric play in the game, think Lee's Electric. Let's go Trojans. Ratzel's Pool Hall. You can find them at 205 Front Street in Barnesville. When you head over to Ratzel's Pool Hall, expect cold beverages, tasty and crispy pizza, as well as a friendly staff. Search for Ratzel's Pool Hall on Facebook. Give the page a like and follow so you can keep up to date with all the daily specials, new menu additions, and dates of special events such as karaoke and musical artists. Don't forget, if the Barnesville Trojans are playing, you can watch the game at Ratzel's Pool Hall. They invite you to stop by after the game. 205 Front Street in Barnesville, Ratzel's Pool Hall. Just a fun little place in a small town.
Newell will set it up near side. Lexi Ballgreen kick, and it's a kill for Ballgreen. That holds the Barnesville Trojans within a point. They get the serve back.
Quest works out of the shotgun again. He's looking deep, and he's got a man with a little bit of room. It bounces off the back of the neck of a Barnesville Trojan, and it's intercepted. Gannon Ballgreen will get the deflected pass.
The ball is intercepted on the deflection by number 6, Gannon Ballgreen.
Lee's Electric in Barnesville proudly cheers on the Trojans this sports season. As a featured business on the Barnesville City website, Lee's Electric can help you with your electrical needs and projects big or small. So when there's a blast to straightaway center field, a lightning quick touchdown pass, a supercharged ace serve, or that electric layup drive in the baseline, whenever you see an electric play in the game, think Lee's Electric. Let's go Trojans. The Trojan Takedown Club. It supports Barnesville on all levels, and it meets on the second Wednesday of each month at Ratzel's Pool Hall in Barnesville. You can support the Barnesville Wrestling program by contacting anyone at the Trojan Takedown Club. Choose a bronze or a silver or even a gold sponsorship. If interested in a sponsorship, email trojantakedownclub@gmail.com. Do it today.
All right, welcome back. Your final score, and that. Let's see, I want to say hi to Harold. So watching, he said a great game, and he was watching from Arizona, and another win for the girls. So I'm guessing that means he was cheering for the Thief River Falls Prowlers since they won the game. Okay, so I just got confirmation literally 0.4 seconds ago that that game between Thief River Falls and Perham that was scheduled for February 23rd, it was postponed, and now I just reached out to one of my contacts in Perham. I was like, hey, do they still have a game against Perham yet? And no, the girls' game got canceled. So this is officially the final game of the regular season for both of these teams now. So with that in mind, the Barnesville Trojans, I wrote these down on the wrong side here. Let's put them on the right side. So with that in mind, with the loss tonight, the Barnesville Trojans wrap up the regular season 15-10, 9-6 in section, and 6-6 at home. And they have no more games remaining here for the regular season. For the Thief River Falls Prowlers, since that game with Perham was canceled, they finished the season with a record of 20-5, 10-4 in section, and a road record of 8-2. So they will likely, they'll be at minimum 3 seed, maybe the 2nd seed. We'll have to see what happened between Pelican and their game. I don't have a final score on that one yet, but I know that the Pelican Rapids game against whomever they were playing was the only other game that could have possibly affected the standings. So as it sits coming into tonight's game, it was, well, let's pull it up and look just to be sure I don't get it wrong here. Perham 1, Pelican Rapids 2, Thief River Falls 3, Barnesville 4. So the Barnesville's looking at Hawley and DGF to see where they finished, to see if they stay in 4, if they maybe slip to 5, or as far as 6. But I don't think Barnesville's going to fall any further than 6. I think they're pretty safe. Well, there's a chance they could fall to 7, but I doubt it. So 7's the worst case scenario for Barnesville. Right now, they sit in 4 pending the results of this game. Thief River Falls, let's see here, 9-4, Hawley 7-8. The worst Thief River Falls could do when all the QRFs are figured out is 4th. But I'm pretty sure that they're going to stay 3 or above, and depending on what happened with Pelican Rapids and their game, it's possible they can move up to 2. So we'll see. But 3 or 2 is more than likely where Thief River Falls is going to fall, no pun intended, and Barnesville is going to fall somewhere between 4, 5, and 6, depending on how they calculate the final calculations of the QRF rankings. So let me go over to this and just hit refresh really quick and just make sure nothing has been updated. And no, nothing has been updated. The girls' bracket is still blank. But what I can tell you is that if the Barnesville girls finish in 1, 4, 5th, or 8th, they'll have a home game. So if they finish in 9th, they will be on the road. So they'll likely have a home game, because I don't think they're gonna finish anything worse than 7th. So the 1, 2, the 1, 8, 4, 5, 2, 7, 3, and 6 seeds will have home games in the play-in round on March 2nd, and every single one of those games will start at 7 p.m. So if Barnesville falls in 4, 5, or 7, they'll have a home game, and they likely will fall in one of those. If they fall in 6, they will have no, if they fall in 6, they'll have a home game too. So there's a very good chance Barnesville has a home game to open up the tournament. There's a very good chance Perham has a home game to open up the tournament. And there's a very good chance that Thief River Falls has a home game to open up the tournament as well. So, like I said, it's pretty good speculation, but it's not official speculation just yet. I'm guessing with the weather delay that since the brackets were supposed to be out today, that maybe they'll be out tomorrow. So as soon as those brackets are released, you can follow us on our social media pages, and we will release those brackets once we know where the teams sit, so that you know who's playing who and when. And then once we know who's playing who, we can update our YouTube watch links, and you'll know where to go to watch your team play whoever they're playing against. So it's all tournament time now. The regular season for the girls is finally done on both the North Dakota and Minnesota side, and we have we have one more regular season game for the girls tomorrow. It wasn't originally supposed to be played, but with the cancellation of the Perham Thief River Falls game, now Perham has another game tomorrow against Providence Academy. It's 2:30 here on Magnitude Sports. And then on the North Dakota side, we'll have a really good matchup on the boys basketball court as well, as the Kindred Vikings taking on the Enderlin Eagles, and that's 1:30. And then Perham and Perham and Providence, there you go, play at 2:30 on Saturday as well. So unofficial, Perham 1, Thief River Falls 2, Pelican 3, Barnesville 4, DGF 5. That's unofficial. But from the person who shared that information with me, it's likely going to be official. So we'll just wait a little bit longer and make sure and wait for those brackets to come out because they haven't officially been updated yet. But unofficial, according to a good source, 1 Perham, 2 Thief River, and 3 Pelican, 4 Barnesville, 5 DGF are your top 5. So that is the unofficial, but more than likely official top 5 teams in the bracket. So like I said, we'll release that bracket on our social media pages, so follow them when they are officially released on the MSHSL website. All right, your final score one more time here tonight. In the C game, it was Barnesville 38-36 winners in overtime. In the junior varsity game, it was Barnesville 57-22 over the Prowlers. And in the varsity game, you see it on your screen, 53-45 the final. And that will wrap it up for us here tonight. 1:30 tomorrow for Kindred and Enderlin. 2:30 tomorrow for Perham and Providence Academy. We'll talk to you then here on Magnitude Sports. Have a good night.
Seating has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.